Hey everyone, I'm Scott Cunningham, aka Scottsy Business, and today I am very pleased to announce that there is an ENS, Ethereum Name Service airdrop for those who are willing to participate in governance, which I highly recommend you do because this was the biggest airdrop that I've ever received, allegedly. And I won't be sharing exactly what I got, but unfortunately for me, the value of ENS is now up 36% from when I sold. So while I made an exorbitant amount of money, I could have made 36% more money had I waited. And interestingly and ironically, every time that I've ever claimed an airdrop, I always sell right away because I'm like, look, I have no idea where this is going. And every time the price has exponentially gone up after I sold. With Uniswap, I believe I got like 3,000 tokens, $3,000 worth. And today, if I had kept it until today, it's now like 10,800 or something like that. 1 inch is relatively close to when I got it, but it is up. This is thousands and thousands of dollars more now. So maybe hold on to it a little bit. Maybe it's good that I do this and then I wait a little bit and then I make the video so that you guys can go and do this and just get all the money that I clearly made myself miss out on. But either way, I'm more than thrilled to receive this amazing airdrop, and just the biggest airdrop I've ever received. Just an insane amount of money for having a .eth address, .eth, from Ethereum Name Service. And if you happen to own one, if you went and bought one of these back in the day, you know, a .eth address, it was only $10 back in the day. And I bought it right at the beginning. But now, you know, with gas fees and everything, it's significantly more expensive. Buying one now will not get you into this this airdrop, because it's kind of like, you know, people who are in originally. This is kind of a cool concept though. If you haven't looked into ENS, I've done videos on it before. Essentially what it is you can send, or you can get this address and then you can set it so that it will include your other addresses or, you know, different information. But essentially what it'll allow you to do is you could go and you could send to my address directly without needing, you know, my entire address. You can just type in the .eth domain and it'll direct you to my address. So then this way you can very easily just say your address to someone, or be able to get someone to enter it in without having to copy and paste, because this is obviously way too long and, you know, there's so much room for errors. Whereas Scottsy Business is exact, it's easy to remember, and if you mistype it, for example, with 3 S's, it will say that it's not correct. And then you notice that you had a typo and you fix that, and then you've got the correct address. So this helps avoid many, many issues. The only kind of caveat that I would throw in is that it might make it more obvious that you're the owner of the address when you've got, like, you know, your username and such attached to it. So for privacy and anonymity, that might be something to consider. But for the most part, this is a very useful thing that you can do. And it essentially works with all Ethereum-based wallets. And then you can use unstoppable domains with a .crypto address for various other wallets. And that covers, these two cover most wallets. So I have scotsybusiness.crypto and scotsybusiness.eth. But if you do have your .eth address already, if you went out and you claimed that, you are now being rewarded an insane amount for your for you checking out new things and trying out new things and exploring the Ethereum network. One thing that I would highly recommend is you kind of want to go and explore all these new things, because there's the slightest chance that in the future they might do an airdrop, they might launch a token, and you might get just insane amounts of money for having done something simple. Like, I used Uniswap one time, I used 1 inch one time, and then I got thousands of dollars for it. I bought a .eth address, and then I got thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars for just having this and keeping it over time. And all you have to do is go to their website, ens.domains, and you'll see at the top here that you can claim this. And if you actually have a .eth address, you can go and claim. There's a lot to it, and some parts are a little bit more complicated than others. So you actually go to claim.ens.domains to do this. But if you delegate to someone, then you can easily go through this process and do the voting and stuff like that. So I did this through Earnify because Earnify is an easy way for me to check all my airdrops. Not that this is like a promo for them or anything. I don't even have a referral code. It's just an amazing service. I interviewed the guy, Dawson Botsford, who did this. And, you know, he's made me insane amounts of money. I've never had so much free money been made. I mean, I paid to use this service where all you have to do is just drop in your ETH address and then it'll tell you. So you can see that my uni airdrop, if I still had it today, is worth over 10,000. The 1 inch is almost 3,000. Again, I sold these pretty much right away. I'm not sure why it doesn't show the ENS one. But you can see clearly here that I did claim it and I got 391 tokens. So I guess I am showing you what I got. You can do the math yourself as to how much that's worth. But I'm a little disappointed that I sold so quickly. But, you know, when things like these happen, I'm just so baffled that I have all this money. And I'm like, look, I don't even want to risk it going down or something happening. I just want to get the money out, switch it into something that I can actually use, and just call it a day. Because I'm sure these are really great tokens. There's probably utility. ENS is a great platform, and I love what they've done. And I mean, I love receiving free airdrops, so I can't really complain. But yeah, it's pretty simple. Just if you have a .eth address, go and do this and walk through the steps on claim.ens.domains. Again, there is some things with like delegating and voting for governance and stuff. And if you get confused by all that, I would just say go and pay for one month worth of Earnify. And he has a thing to like automatically go through some of those more complicated steps. That's why Earnify is so useful. That's how I was able to claim my 4th from having ample. There was all these different technical things that you had to do, and he was able to just automate that process essentially so that you could just get your money out without having to really understand the complexities and the technical side of things. So this does make it a lot easier if you are running through that, because since I've already claimed it, I can't really go through and show you exactly how. But this is based on historical activity. So my understanding is that it's based on how long you've held it. And because I had 2 names, I got twice as much, luckily for me. So most people probably are getting 195 or somewhere around there. It depends how long ago you bought it. I mean, if you bought it the day before, I'm sure you're not getting nearly as much as someone like me who's had it for years. But this is the benefit of trying out different things and testing out different platforms and stuff. One good thing about Earnify is they even have a learn section where they show you where other potential future airdrops might happen. It's only for premium members, so I'm not going to like suss him out and show you guys. But there's a few different places where you can go, use their exchange and such, and they might have some sort of launch of a token in the future. Ethereum gas fees are pretty ridiculous right now, so you may want to consider whether or not that's viable for you. But as Ethereum gas fees get fixed, I'm sure a lot more people will be patronizing a lot more projects. And this is good because this is going to incentivize people to explore new projects, try out new services and new things, and then obviously potentially make you eligible for airdrops in the future for you to benefit. Again, I've covered this whole airdrop process before, but this is just so much money and this is just so amazing that it's hard not to make a video about it. In case like you are watching this and you happen to have a .eth address, it would be very unfortunate for you to miss out on something like this. So I feel, obligated to do a quick video on this, even though this is about 10 minutes. I mean, it's not crazy long, but regardless, this is important for you guys to note. If you don't have a .eth address, it's kind of unfortunate, but take this as a lesson to maybe try out some new things, patronize some new stuff. I'm sure a lot more of the similar type things are going to happen with BSC. You can check your BSC address on here as well. I haven't really done any, trading on PancakeSwap and all of that stuff. So there very well may be many different BSC airdrops that I'm unaware of. So I highly recommend checking it out on here and just patronizing different projects in the space, whether it's Ethereum or BSC or whatever, because you never know what's going to come in the future. It's pretty surreal that you can get, tens of thousands of dollars from like a $5, $10 transaction, just because, you were willing to try out new things and patronize different services and, test out cool decentralized applications. I think it's a win for everyone. And clearly, this will probably light a fire under some people to be like, okay, maybe I should actually, try some new things out, test some different things, because you're literally leaving all this money on the table by not trying new things out and testing out new things, because you may very well be rewarded greatly in the future for having done so. That's everything for today, though. I am so grateful that I was blessed with all of this money, and still a little bit annoyed that I was too impatient to maybe try to ride this out a little bit and get 33% more than what I did get. But I understand investing psychology. You're always going to be more upset from potential losses or gains that you couldn't get than the gains that you do get. So I'm just going to be grateful for what I have gotten and continue to push on and let you guys know if there's any other crazy airdrops like this. I mean, the beauty of using Earnify is that I got an email notification about this and I was able to jump on this right away. And yeah, it's pretty amazing. So again, this kind of sounds like it's a promotion or something for Earnify. They're not at all like a sponsor promoting this or anything like that. It's just amazing what you can get, and it makes it a lot easier to get these airdrops. So, definitely want to make your life as easy as possible and get the most amount of free crypto as you can. And the best way to do that is, I guess, through airdrops. A crazy amount of money has been earned this year for me through airdrops. So, yeah, you do not want to leave that money on the table. Anyways, let me know, what airdrops have you guys been participating in? Do you have a .eth address? Did I, get you on to something amazing and now you're going to have insane amounts of money? If I did, help you get $20,000 plus, the least that I could ask for is that you like, subscribe, comment hashtag #1ham below, because that lets me know that you watched the whole video. And I accept donations as well. If you're feeling interested, you can always send them to scottcbusiness.eth. Not that I actually expect anyone to donate. You guys just watching and patronizing on decentralized platforms is always more than good enough. And I earn from those platforms from your patronage. So all I really ask is that you just, engage, view, check the stuff out, and you will benefit from having done so if you follow along and do the stuff. And a quick call out to anyone who watched my video originally on ENS and actually followed through and got an ENS address and did the thing. Well, you're benefiting greatly, because now you're, $15,000, $20,000, $25,000 richer because you followed along with one of my tutorials back in the day. So it's as simple as that. I mean, some little simple video that I post, a year down the line, you could be making bank for no reason. So, anything is possible. Keep that in mind. A few minutes of your time could be worth tens of thousands of dollars in the future. So, don't push anything off the table. Like, if it's going to, cost you a bunch of money or whatever, yeah, then maybe you want to consider. But if you can do certain things, patronize certain services, and it's something that you might have wanted to do anyways, like you were going to use Uniswap to trade something anyways, so you might as well. Things like that, you always want to take advantage of those opportunities, because we're clearly seeing more and more often that you're able to benefit massively from doing so. So again, anyways, let me know all that good stuff if you've benefited from any of these. And if you watched to the very end, obviously, as I mentioned, you can comment hashtag #1ham in the comments below. I'm Scott Cunningham, aka Scottsy Business, signing off. Cheers.